What's going on, people? I wanted to talk about these Chinese motorcycles that they're making. These things are pretty ridiculous. I'm looking at here. Gaoken Thor 1000. What? I mean, this looks like the Chinese version of a modern Dyna platform that you can modify to your heart's content. That's what it looks like to me. That's the vibes I'm getting out of it. I'd love to get one and actually customize it, do some things to it that I would like to do, because I see an enormous amount of potential in this thing. I see 3 different bikes in it. I see a V-Rod style slammed drag racer. I see a club style T-barred super street. And I see a super techie cafe racer with low bars, clip-ons in the front, rear sets with an almost number plate like front cowl that had just a very small, almost hidden front headlight, like a single LED strip or something, real minimal. I love tech look in motorcycles, and I think this is the perfect platform for somebody like me to make something super cool and different, and just really kind of for someone that likes the Matrix. This is a cruiser for a guy like me that's in his 40s, has the money to spend, or even a younger dude. I'd love to see what a younger dude with a wide open mind could do with one of these anywhere in the world. You know what I mean? Take it out of that culture, throw it somewhere else, and see what happens to it. I would love to see it. But like in Puerto Rico, I'd love to see what a Puerto Rican would do with this. I don't know why. Have you ever seen a Puerto Rican with a Hayabusa? Shit's usually slammed. You know what I mean? That's where I'm going with that. I'm going to leave it there. But I would love to get at my hands on something like this and not bob it out, but tech looking even more, lay it out and make it gangster, like a gangster tech bike. You know what I'm saying? Like just something that looks like Mechanical Evil, Ghost in the Machine. You can really do it with this. It would be super sweet. I'm looking forward to potentially getting something like this over here. I would love to get one. Gaoken, if you're looking for someone to review it in the US, I'm your guy. All right? You go ahead and send that over here. Send it to Cleveland, Ohio. We'll do something wild with it. Get a lot of attention. Now that Wolverine XS 800, that's pretty cool too. Although I don't think it looks as put together as the Gaoken Thor 1000. The XS 800 to me looks like kind of a factory Batmobile bike. I mean, it's cool, but it's not, how do I put it? It needs a little bit of refinement. If you follow what I'm saying, if you take a look at it, take a look at this thing. Some of you might say it's fine how it is. But if you look at the straight side profile shot, it's really not sitting together all that well. It looks kind of spaced out and almost like a parts bin bike, or really just an extremely sized up model of a Batmobile motorcycle. Just not quite congealed enough, I guess is the word I'm looking for. You could probably take care of that with some aftermarket stuff, a gas tank and a belly pan that kind of wrapped around the radiator or something, you know what I mean? That had a crash cage bar sticking out of either side like a stunt bike for your feet to sit on, maybe. Freeway peg style, you know what I mean? Who knows? But yeah, not as cool as the Thor. I've been looking around a lot of these bikes. Most of them don't look as cool as the Thor to me that are actually like production models. Most of them kind of look like really terrible knockoffs of other famous bikes. You know, like those 400cc Ducati knockoffs, or the Harley Davidson Sportster knockoffs that are coming out of China now, which they let that design go, I suppose. So, you know, someone's got to make it. There's a market for it. And I know they're going to sell 1 million of those things in China. Someone's getting rich off that. You know what I mean? Maybe Harley should just license that brand name to those companies and allow them to sell that as a bike in China that you can only buy in China. Like, you can't import it here. That'd probably be a great idea for them, because those only in America do the people care about the Harley having the old school engine in it. And the rest of the world, they're not going to care about that. They just like the way it looks. Which, cool, you know, that's a super popular bike. Lots of people love them, especially the company in China that ripped off the likeness and is going to make a bazillion fucking dollars off of this thing. Back to the good stuff, though. I'm really excited to see this. new breed of real, what looks like quality engineered motorcycles. I don't care where they came from. They're going to influence us. We're going to influence them. It's going to keep going back and forth. All the companies are going to pull a little something from somebody and give a little something to theirs to somebody else. And really, for people like us that are on the buying and modifying end of things, it's really probably the best time ever, because not only do you have all of the classics that you've always had, Harley Davidson, Indian, just taking the American game to the next level on everything they do. You got the Ducati still out there. You still got the Japanese guys making the hyperest to the hyper bikes. Someone needs to throw those things a Ritalin. I say that being a complete hypocrite, of course. My dream bike is a Kawasaki H2R. And no, I don't want to see what a Chinese ripoff of that looks like. I would like to stick with the original Japanese origami looking perfect styling.